Let's go guys, game kedua antara RRQC versus Aurora Mlbb. Udah ketinggalan 1-0. BO3 nih ya guys ya. Kalau kalah minus poinnya coy. Kalian yang lagi nonton para kingdom jangan lupa bantu like, bantu subscribe, oke? Thank you brother. Yang mau beli stiker juga cek link deskripsi, cek link Shopee gue di deskripsi. Bisa pembayaran COD dan gratis ongkir. Let's go. Balikin 2-1 bro. Let's go Rarki. You can do it bro.
This is like MLBB 2 years ago, where you have the Fredrin, where you're just forcing fights time and time again, and except this time, having the Eve, you're able to slow down the enemy so much, so you can able to dish out free damage, and the Cho as well. I'm pretty sure Cho is
Natan Skylar nih udah keluar nih.
still, even though it's like utility over utility.
Natan Skylar udah keluar, Natan Skylar.
Mid lane is actually very strong.
Yeah, I can totally see where you're coming from there as well. So now that we're back in the land of dawn for game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, I feel inclined to remind you of the stakes, because if Aurora are able to take one more game, they immediately qualify to the next stage of the Snapdragon Pro Series. RQ needs to do everything in their power to stop their tracks.
Right now we got to do a little bit of house cleaning here, but first of all, I'm looking at the gold lane.
Set Benita Dairon keluar ini.
Priority over Skylar. Something to note here.
Udah hero power semua ini.
The revitalize, and looking at Dairon's talent setup, looks like he's going to be a little bit more aggressive, having the drill as well as the
Masa kalah guys, udah hero power semua guys.
Speaking of aggression though, down here, JOKI and Skylar both already taking a lot of punishment from Yue and Renegade. JOKI not really catching a break this series. In game 1, he was getting abused pretty hard in the first few minutes too.
Oh, and something we haven't highlighted, Renegade, Cho is his hero, man. Like,
true.
No matter which lane he goes to, if he's playing jungle, EXP, or whatever, if he's using the Cho, then Renegade fans, they don't have to worry about anything.
Ooh, there we go. A praises rap. Love to see it. Just turns Skylar into a pile of mush for first blood.
You say love to see it? I would say debatable.
Lah Skylar mati.
I mean, if you're on the receiving end,
Oh, demon kite ke bawah.
you won't see it before you're turned into a pile of
Anjir gue yang gini cok.
Yeah, honestly, Fredrin is a TikTok favorite, man. Like, so many clips of 4,000 damage on the Praises Raft. It's like, ugh.
Even I have a TikTok clip on Fredrin. That's how you know.
Oh, really?
There's a lot. Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, damn. Well, there you go. You got the Chos, you got the Fredrins. So now with RQ Hoshi, they're still fine because their comp does scale up, so it's okay. Having Skylar die there is kind of.
Anjir mati lagi cok.
Yep, Yue continuing his control of the skies from the last round by taking out Skylar himself in the bot lane, despite it being a 2v2.
Wah kenapa Skylar guys?
Manipulation being able to extend.
Gila di Loki ini coy.
Now we can see why they picked up this hero despite having the face of Valentina.
Yeah, Yue now as well. In the previous game, he was basically untouched. Perhaps the same thing.
Skylar aing di Loki ini bro.
Looking at how Renegade is moving around. Oh, now
Dolly. Balik lar. Ada demon kite. Sabar. Tahan. Wah ini jadi tendang. Aman bro.
Do you worry if Frederick
Purify ini Rins.
Mustafa?
Well, we haven't seen him in a long time, so I actually don't mind seeing him a little bit. What I do worry about is if we see nothing but Fredrin.
Okay. You know what? I'll agree with you there. Fredrin is fine. Not every game, Fredrin. Speaking of every game, looking at the top lane here, it looks like Darian gets punished so hard, and now Demon Kai goes to the jungle.
Anjir, hidup. Nice hidup gangguin Yue-nya. Yue-nya kuat banget, cok. Mati Sutsujin anjir. Mati Yue. Nice. Hati-hati ler. Good.
into their own
Tarik
team.
ulur santai, kiting.
Safe from the rest of
Giginya
Aurora.
free banget di atas si Edward.
So far, Aurora is having amazing control. 1.5k gold ahead. And Demon Kite, he's basically 80% HP here. He's completely fine with contesting the turtle again. And again, Fredrin is one of those turtle contests that is very hard for you to really do anything. Especially as a Bane that lost his purple buff that doesn't have retry. Yeah, this is going to be a free turtle for Aurora all day, every day.
RQ understand it as well, and we can see them already shifting to defensive positions. Renjay looking for Skylar, not able to find him, but with the wave cleared up, Domenkai not going to be able to find too much more gold off of it. Dyren wants to look for an ult, but without Petrify, he's not really able to set up, so Aurora just gets to walk away.
The goal leaderboard here, both side laners for Aurora is actually doing very, very well. Now, even the jungler, they're shifting between Demon Kite as well as Sutsujin, but really a big difference here. 3.7k for the Moskov, and Skylar is nowhere near.
Yeah, that is not a good sign, because we literally mentioned earlier, Natan as a hero just is so
Posisi RRQ agak susah nih guys.
and Aurora knows this, so a lot of additional pressure has been put on Sky.
Late game masih enak sih, tapi ada Natan, ada Bane.
Has a great time.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we heard you're strong, but are you 1v3 kind of strong? It looks like not really. Like as strong as it is, going up against Renegade, Yue, Demon Kite, as well as Domin Kite. It's a very big ask for Skylar on this Natan, especially when we see when Edok comes to help save him, Edok takes so much damage that he really can't contribute too much, and Skylar, whether he likes it or not, has to stay under his turret.
Santai.
Maybe able to walk through time.
Anjir, di retry Edok. Buset, niat banget dia mau ngejar Edok. Kuat bro, Edok bro. Considerin aja. Wah gila. Kena cok Sutsujinnya anjir. Kampret juga ini Rene aja ya cowoknya. Si Rene anjay. Skylar free di atas. Lihat map kecil. Tower mid ke defense, nice. Dapat tower atas.
Dude, how is that fair? How is that fair? Demon Kite still survives after all of that, getting tower shot, being in the real world.
Jir 3 turtle. Aurora semua cok.
He lives up to his name, you know? He can kite anything, even on a slow hero.
Jir kata gua teh.
Alright, now we'll keep going on to Dyren.
Masuk Domain kalau berani.
Aurora, like you said, stop.
Nggak bakal berani dia cok.
Pressure, making it so that Arkeoshi don't have time to breathe. And looking at how Edok has been playing, this is one of those times where I reminded myself of my rank games and why I don't like using roam.
You know, I absolutely understand, because I feel the same way. I feel really bad for Edok right now. His score is 1-0-0. Actually pretty good for a roam, but he's been able to contribute so little to the overall game so far.
Yeah. But to be fair, no one from Arkeoshi really has an impact so far. Dyren hasn't, Rins hasn't, Susujin hasn't. This really does feel like Arkeoshi. They're just playing for farm, and they're not trying to find unnecessary fights. Or at least for Arkeoshi, most of the fights seem unnecessary just because even if we do fight, what are the chances that we're gonna win? It's very low.
Dyren in trouble. Spear of Destruction already connected.
Wah kena Dyren.
Keeps him alive for a little bit, but not against 3 members of Aurora. They're just continuing to find picks everywhere across the map. And even though it seems like a lot has happened so far, actually only 7 kills in total this game.
Awas konsil. Awas Renegi udah ada flicker itu. Waduh, ikan mas yang gak kena siapa-siapa. Ngeprediksi cowok tadi dia, Sutsujin.
Systematically supposed to be played, but again, once they have an opportunity to turn things around, then it's gonna be good. The bad thing here is Tafa is that from Aurora, not a single person has more than 3 kills, so no big shutdown goal will be held. Even if they kill Demon Kite, the
Lord pertama sudah muncul.
isn't that much because he only has
Perbedaan duit 3.000 menit 9.
Is one of the
Nggak
positives
terlalu
of
jauh.
just Filipino gameplay, where if there's not a lot of kills, no matter
Dikit
how
lah, beda
fast
dikit
you
lah.
are, you dying actually doesn't create that much of an impact because you just don't have any shutdown gold to give away. Next Lord now gonna be the target. Aurora gonna take their time with this one.
Arkehoshi, they're trying to use this Lord as a bit of a leverage to keep Aurora here.
Wah, kena lagi Sutsujin. Sumpah cowoknya ini, cowok. Nyebelin parah si Rene anjay ini.
Honestly, this might be over for Arkehoshi because rarely do we see that happening where a jungler gets straight up caught by a Cho, because usually you would have your members of the team or the jungler himself.
Bener-bener ini anjay lah. Iklan kampret.
Opening up the map, like look at this. It's weird that
Live loh ini gue nontonnya.
looking at his items or something, but he reacted so late.
Replay.
Him there. I mean, Bane doesn't have a dash, so even if he notices,
Wah, bahaya nih energi, cok. Energinya, cok. Tangkep, cok. Makan, aduh nggak mati, bro. Nggak mati, bro. Energinya sirene anjay.
They have the first ticket to go to the next stage. Right? They can do it. Arkehoshi only with 2 kills, down by 5,000 gold. I don't think Skylar has the Holy Crystal just yet, and at this point, he might need the Divine Glaive as well.
It's a complete reversal from what we saw in their match against Fnatic Onyx yesterday. Aurora showing
Masih bisa ke-DPN aman. Buset. Wah, gila si Reneje ini. Sutsujin gue di lock mulu, cok, mati 4. Gelo. Sutsujin mati 4 di kick cowok semua anjir. Aduh, defense ya? Defense sih harusnya. 3 detik hidup. Sutsujin 5 detik. Tol di bawah semua.
You're a goddamn genius, Tafa. I didn't even think of that. Dopamine kite. Oh, that's... You know what? There you go. You know what? Yeah, I approve. 10 out of 10.
Nice. I got approval, guys. Happy about that one. Ooh, Edward didn't. Oh,
Edward died.
He tried to jump back in to jump away, and then he just blew up. This is where Natan does start getting a little bit scary, but they only have 1 inhibitor to play with.
Yeah, but you know, that's good. First you kill the gold laner, and then you kill the EXP, so there's a chance. Like, if you're in RQ's position, any good thing that happens, you just gotta take it, right? If your manager buys you a burger, you're like, we're losing, but at least we get a burger. You gotta be happy with what you got.
You know what, Lafel, you are absolutely right. Sometimes you just gotta appreciate the little things in life. And right now, any little victory RQ can get, they gotta hold on to and turn into a snowball.
Yeah, right now RQ, they're probably talking about, you know what, a burger is great, but you know what would be even better if we can steal this Lord away. The problem is they can't move forward. They don't really have a lot of avenues to come and check this Lord, and it looks like Aurora wants Arkehoshi to come in. Never mind, they're bursting it down.
Yeah, they know that RQ is not gonna contest at this point. It would be a little bit suicide to try and jump into that because Aurora still has a pretty big network lead at this stage. They'll just try to hold, because if they steal RWM with Deadly Catch, their base defense is actually not bad.
Oh yeah, honestly not bad. And looking at the gold here, Skylar has caught up, only differentiating by 1,000 gold, so it is still okay. It is good. Arkehoshi, this is probably the strongest position that they can be in, because like you said, the wave clear is very good. And
Waduh,
it's
apakah ke
on
N?
Aurora not to make the mistake.
Bah, ini si Rene anjay nih.
The damage
Gila, Skylar berani banget sih.
they can do something here. RQ Hoshi can do something here.
Gak ada yang kena. Tombaknya anjir. Waduh. Waduh. Gila, Rene J-nya sumpah GG. Cowoknya anjir. Sujin gak dikasih main, cowok. Mati 5. 052 mati sama cowok semua. Sisa bertiga versus 4. Apakah ke defend? Wah, nggak ke defend guys. GG. Anjir, kalah 2-0. Apa-apa. Nice try, GG Aurora.
Snapdragon Pro Series MLBB.